there, sports fans. This is Playitright TV, and I'm Kinito Henson. Well, tonight we're going to be talking about one of the hottest teams in the PBA. This conference, the Governor's Cup. It's a team that's raced to a 3-0 record, and in a very thrilling fashion because a lot of those games were really thrillers. We've got NLEX Road Warriors coach Frankie Lim with us. Hey, Coach
Hi, good
Frankie.
evening. Hi, Kinito.
And two guys.
To all the
Two
viewers,
guys.
hello.
Thanks, Coach Frankie. Nice to see you again. And two guys who played without relief in the fourth quarter of NLEX's win, 2-point win over TNT just a few nights ago. And we've got Kris Rosales and Sean Anthony. Guys, nice to see you.
Hey, how are you,
Sean
sir?
and Kris. Fourth quarter against TNT, you played all 12 minutes. Did you think that Coach Frankie was going to even give you a second of relief? Sean.
Coach Frankie saw me huffing and puffing, so he asked me if I wanted a relief. But we decided that as long as I wasn't huffing puffing on the court, and it was only during the timeouts, it was okay. So I appreciate Coach Frankie letting me fight it out. But I also told him I promised him I'd get in better shape, so I wouldn't airball the corner three with 2 minutes left or whatever.
What about you, Kris? You had 6 points in the last 12 minutes of play. You played with no relief, but you certainly hustled. And, I'm calling you, both you guys, Sean and Kris and Coach Frankie, I'm sure you'll agree. These guys are your hustle guys. These guys, when there's a loose ball, it's not a 50-50 ball with these guys. It's a 70-30 ball. Kris, what do you say about that?
Yeah, I actually did think he was going to take me out after I missed those two open jump shots. He actually mentioned it to me after the game.
Who did? Who did?
You mentioned it after the game that I missed the two wide open. I think it was an elbow jumper, two elbow jumpers in a row, and then I was like, oh man, I might get taken out. But he gave me a chance to redeem myself, and I just wanted to repay him by, like you said, hustling, playing defense, and just sticking to the game plan.
Coach Frankie, you once coached Barangay Ginebra. We all know that's a never say die team. They're saying that NLEX is not a never say die team. It's a never say quit team. Is that a good description of NLEX?
I think so because it's a lot different now. My players are different now compared to last conference. I have now Sean. I have Jake. I have Gabo, and si Doligas nga, I haven't played pa. But soon we're gonna play. And additional hustle guys. And I think our team now is tougher. It's tougher on defense, except for the laterals of Sean. But pero we play a lot of good defense. Tough.
Well, just
tough.
talking about defense. Let's go to Sean. Sean, you've come off the bench in every game so far this conference. Same thing that you did with Phoenix. When you come off the bench, you're brimming with confidence. You're playing with a tremendous energy. But your scoring numbers are up. We all know that your defense and your rebounding and your hustle, those things are a given when Sean Anthony's on the floor. But you're averaging 15.5 points a game in the last two games. Are you looking more for your shot, or is the ball just falling into your hands and you're just making the shots?
A bit of both. I think the first game I was just adjusting a little bit to everything, and I was just trying to find a way. But Coach Frankie kind of told me, he's like, if you got an open shot, take it. And he's like, I need you to be a microwave when you go in, meaning just to kind of be into it already. So the last two games, I looked a little more for my shot if it was there, but trying not to force it. And just the way that our offense plays, the threats we have, especially with Simmons at the point, it just seems to flow to me uh, for open jump shots, and they've been falling. So.
Well, Kris, tell us about your journey to the NBA. First, you came in as a second round draft pick in 2015. That draft was loaded. Of the first 12 players who were drafted first round, 10 of those guys are still playing. And in the second round, you were joined by your teammates, Michael Miranda and Don Triano. Those guys were second rounders too in 2015. You went from TNT to Rain or Shine and NLEX. And there was a time after you played at Rain or Shine, you went back to the US. Did you think you were ever going to come back to the PBA?
Yeah, actually, I was like half and half. I was kind of getting ready just in case if I didn't come back. And then half of me was like, I will come back. So I stayed ready. And then, NLEX gave me an opportunity and, I took it. I came and, played for Coach Yang, and then Coach Frankie came, and, I'm still here, and I'm blessed to still be playing. So, yeah, looking back a year ago from today, my life could have definitely been different, but, I'm here today and I'm happy.
Oh, Kris, about the coaches you've played for in the PBA, can you give us just a rundown of who those coaches have been from your first game with TNT?
My first one, I was recruited by Coach Jung, and then after one conference, Coach Nash, Rain or Shine, Coach Kaloy, and then NLEX Coach Yang, and then Coach Frankie now.
What makes Coach Frankie any different from any of those other coaches?
You know what?
He's similar in the same in a way with Coach Yang, right, Sean? They look alike. No,
we're just both bald. That's about it.
Okay, Kris.
Yeah, they're both bald, but
you said it. You said it.
Yeah, that's the truth. They both
Frankie's better looking though. That's the
All right. Saving grace. Okay, go, Kris.
Yeah, they both, they both will yell at you, for good reason, for good cause. They don't just yell for no reason. They want to get their point across, and it's with Coach Frankie, what I've seen with him is he holds every player accountable. Anyone from Simmons to the last guy on the bench, he holds everyone accountable to this, to the same extent, which I think sends a message that, hey, like no player from top to bottom is any different. He keeps everyone accountable. If you miss a layup in practice, whether you're the import or the last guy on the bench, you're gonna run a suicide. So, he treats everyone the same, and that's very, you don't see that all the time. So, that's what I really respect about him.
Coach Frankie, your philosophy of giving your players minutes because they're doing well. Kris Rosales didn't get a second of rest in the fourth period, but you still had Gabo, you had Matt Nieto sitting on the bench, but you stayed with Kris. What made you go with Kris from the start of the fourth quarter to the end?
He was playing well, although he missed a couple of shots, and he was right. I was thinking of putting him out, but I got I've seen him play very well against Meralco, if you remember, Kris.
Yes.
And same thing happened. I didn't put him out. He finished the game. And I think in that game, he was playing more than a quarter. And he lasted. He's still alive. And
still kicking.
yeah, and I've seen him make shots, make good decisions. So it's parang a reward, it's also a reward. And since the time I came in, I've been telling my players, once I put you inside, don't do this to me. I don't ask for a sub.
I didn't ask for a sub.
Yeah, once I let you play, you gotta play. I make the decision whether to put you out. It's not your decision. And, not all players get a chance to play. Think about the bench warmers. Think about the guys who are playing bad, still want to play. And here I am giving you playing time. And you go this way. Doesn't make sense to me. So, you're playing well, you play inside. That's about it.
Well, Sean, in that game against TNT, defense was kind of like set the tone in the fourth quarter. Um, Hudson had a difficult time. Mikey Williams just couldn't get his offense going. Do you see yourself as one of the key stoppers of your team? Because I noticed that when Coach Frankie has you switching guys, sometimes you're up against the imports, sometimes you go up against a Mikey Williams on the switches. Who was your main focus defensively in that game against TNT?
I mean, they have so much talent that there was a lot of guys we had to worry about. But more than that, I think we were just more concerned that we were on this same page. So we knew we had to. Coach Frankie prepped us that we had to be ready one-on-one to hold our own with the switches. They'd isolate us. Then we had to have guys ready to help out and switch. So we jumped around. In the fourth quarter, I actually was matched up with Kelly a lot. So we would switch off and whatnot. I would be able to like roam around a little more, and just as long as I could box him out. But Coach Frankie made a great adjustment in the fourth, which was putting Sims on the import to match them up. And I think right after that, Sims drew 2 charges. We got a bunch of stops, and then that's when we got the lead. So a little adjustment like that, and then we were playing a little more into the gaps and whatnot. And so that's how.
Well, your own journey, Sean, in the PBA has been nothing short of remarkable. You missed the entire Governors Cup last time out, and now you're playing in the Governors Cup. I was counting the teams that you've played for. NLEX is actually your 8th team, and your second time to play for the Road Warriors. So you've been around, and since you were a first-round draft choice back in 2010, I'm looking at the guys who are still active from that year, and I'm seeing not too many. Noy Baclao was the number 1 overall pick that year. Hasul is still playing, and you, of course, on that class. And one of the guys who was drafted that year is now an assistant coach with you guys, Gorgie Armida. Can you believe it? So
Yeah.
tell us about that journey. You've had a lot of injuries, but now the way you're playing, you're 37 years old. It doesn't seem that you're 37 years old. Maybe a lot of the conferences that you've missed, you're making up for it now, and you're playing with so much energy, so much hustle. It's like you're in your mid-20s, Sean.
Maybe it looks like that. It doesn't feel like that though.
Don't say that to Coach Frankie. He won't give you tickets anymore.
Oh, that's fine. I'm all about just getting the win. So whatever happens, right? So, no, it was. I had you're saying last Governor's Cup, I had a pretty big surgery done, and I needed some time to rehab that. And since that healed, that's something that I was playing for. Through for years and causing other minor injuries, right? With all the compensation. So once I got that taken care of, it feels like I almost have like a second take on my career with like feeling fresh and whatnot. So.
No, well, it's good to see you back. Just going back to Kris now. Kris, this is your 3rd team in the PBA. Your 4th conference already with NLEX. You feeling that you're right at home now with the Road Warriors? This is your home. This is your team. And, Coach Frankie, he's your coach. How are you feeling about this situation now?
I really like it here. And, and in the PBA, it's always nice to find a home because, guys always get moved here and there. I'm hoping, NLEX is a home for me now. It's because it's actually really close to Eastwood too, so it's easy to get to practice. But I think that's one of the goals as a player here in the Philippines is to find a home so you can have consistency. You can have a culture that you're within, and you can what to do like every day in practice, and game days you're kind of used to it, and you can perform well, and hopefully I can stay here for many more years.
How comfortable are you with your point guard teammates? Matt Nieto, Gabo.
Oh, I'm very comfortable.
Last place point too.
Yeah. I realized that I'm actually kind of older. I always used to be the younger guy, but now I'm a little older. I'm almost at veteran status, kind of not there yet, but Um, yeah, hopefully I'll be like a Sean, one day in the guard area. But yeah, I'm comfortable with those guys, and I learn from them, they learn from me, and hopefully we can have a long relationship here at NLEX, and just keep winning games.
Kris, there's someone from the 2015 draft who kind of like parallels the way you play. You play very similar to each other. A guy who also was chosen in the second round, Simon Enciso, is doing great for San Miguel Beer right now, and
Yes.
he kind of like reminds me of the way you play. Is he? Is there like a competition between the two of you? Because
Uh,
you
well,
play alike, and
yeah.
you're both feisty. You're tough defenders, Kris.
Yeah, yeah. We're actually really good friends. I just
Mhm.
actually had dinner with him like 2 nights ago. But yeah, he's from San Francisco. I'm from LA, and there's kind of like that. There's a LA versus San Francisco type thing. But I met him out here when I was in the D League. We battled so many times, but on the court we fight. We get into it. Off the court, we're cool. But yeah, we're always gonna compete against each other. We're not gonna take it lightly. And yeah, he's
Coach
a good player.
Frankie, let's review the game so far of NLEX in this conference against Blackwater. That game had 28 lead changes. Can you believe it? 28 lead changes and 10 ties. But in the fourth quarter, you blew them out 40 points to 21. And then against Northport, again, you won the fourth quarter 24 to 21. That game had 15 lead changes and 12 ties. Okay. And then against TNT, you guys didn't take the lead until 5 minutes to go. They were ahead 41
on the
minutes
sh-
and
on
47
the shot
seconds.
of Sean. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 41 minutes and 47 seconds. TNT led most of the way. That's 7/8 of the way they were ahead, but you managed to pull it off. In the fourth quarter, you outscored them 32 to 17. What do you attribute this last bit of energy that you guys are showing in the fourth period? You're not collapsing. You know how to close games.
I think the guys are in shape. They could last, and they're composed. I don't have rookies. Except for Matt, but the other guys, Sims knows how to win. You know, and I got Brandon, Tony Semerad. He's been in the league for a while, and it's the determination also. I'm sure we're not. I don't think we're even ranked in this conference to make it to the next round or maybe the semis because of our performance last conference. And now it's nice to see them doing well, and we try to give them breaks. I want them well rested, so once I see them in practice, they can do stuff which we teach, and you know, I think going back to your question, I think it's the composure of the players,
Mhm.
and with our, of course, Sims leading us, and once they know that you have a good import, everybody gets ganado,
Mhm.
they really want to play. Even on the first day when Sims arrived, so everybody was looking at him. And when he was taking his shots, they go like, "Oh, puede," and and they know
But
they have a chance.
Coach Frankie, just going back to the last conference, didn't you win the last two games in that conference?
No, we
Oh,
lost.
I thought you did.
No, no, no. We lost
Okay.
to Rain or Shine.
Hmm.
Yeah, we lost to Rain or Shine.
Okay.
Out of the three teams of the MVP group, we were the last team standing.
Right, right. Now I
Yeah,
remember.
Meralco was out, Tocontex was out. We had a knockout game with Rain or Shine. We lost. So
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
uh,
But you mentioned Sims. Jonathan Simmons is a heck of a player, and he's been leading you, and he's been averaging really tremendous numbers. You're gonna miss him, but
No, for sure, for sure.
yeah. And will you have a new import when you play Ginebra next week?
I think so. I think so. I hope we get an import.
Yeah.
I don't want to play in a import less,
Hmm.
and you know, I just hope there's a new guy coming in, and he we just want to prepare for Hineba, just like the other teams, and just let the players know what to do on defense and how to stop people. So, you know, I'm sure we're gonna have one. Yeah.
Well,
When
Sean,
he's gonna, when he will
yeah,
arrive, yeah. Uh, your guess is as good as mine.
yeah, but he has one more game to go.
Yeah,
Simmons has one more game to go
one more game,
before he
and we're
leaves
playing we're playing Phoenix on Saturday.
Phoenix. Hmm.
Yeah.
And then he leaves on Sunday. He did say
Yes.
that he would play only 4 games for you guys, but
Mm.
those first 3 games have been absolutely a blessing for
Yeah.
PBA fans because they were all thrillers, and it's
Yeah.
always nice to watch games go down to the wire. And Sean, are you looking forward to playing against the defending champion Barangay Ginebra team? They're called Never Say Die. You guys are Never Say Quit.
Well, we're just focused on Phoenix first. We don't want to get ahead
Okay.
of ourselves. So
Okay.
we're planning out for Saturday's game first. Of course,
Well,
we're
one at a
always
time.
yeah. Of course, we're always excited to play in Nebra. It's a fun crowd and it's going to be a great atmosphere. But yeah, we're all locked in for Saturday. We were just watching the game earlier this evening, and we'll be
Mhm.
ready and focused and locked in practice tomorrow. So yeah.
Well, best of luck to you guys, and thank you for joining us on Playitright TV. 3-0 start for the NLEX Road Warriors. It's a very positive vibe that we're seeing. And Sean, it's great to see you playing like you used to play before, and you're playing even better than before. And it's rubbing off on your teammates because of the hustle. It's so contagious when what you bring on the floor. One of the big things that Coach Frankie has brought to this team is he's got a bunch of import stoppers. Coach Frankie, nabmagit ko yun during one of our press conferences. Sabi mo sa
Yeah.
akin, nahalata mo din, ha? Because you do have those import stoppers. You have Brandon, you've got Sean, you've got Tony Semarat, of course. You got Michael Miranda. So those
And
guys
Jake.
are,
Jake
and
Pascual.
Jake Pascual too. Yeah, those guys are import stoppers, all of them. But I guess that's one of the reasons why the players are happy because they're all finding the roles and contributing. Kris, what do you think of that philosophy of Coach Frankie? It's like all your roles are so well defined.
Yeah, I think that's part of the success of our team. Everyone does their job. Everyone knows what they bring to the table, and we just, as individuals, we have to do our job every night, every practice, and everything will fall into place.
You think NLEX is a semifinal team at least?
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sean, what do you think about that?
Well, one step at a time. One step at a time. We win
Okay.
Saturday, and then we keep building. If we keep building and we move forward in the right way, I think we have that potential, right? But just focus on Saturday.
Yeah, it's in the horizon, though. It's in the horizon. Coach Frankie, Sean, and Kris, thanks very much. But before we let you go, can we give you the floor, Coach Frankie, first to invite our viewers to watch NLEX and the PBA here in the Governors Cup? Coach Frankie.
Yeah. To all the PBA fans, inviting everybody to watch our games. We've been winning now. We're 3-0, and it's nice to see you guys there in the stands. Cheer for us, and we'll play our best to beat whoever. And I hope to see you there.
Thanks a lot, Coach Frankie. Sean?
Maraming salamat lahat ng PBA fans. Thanks for all your support. And please continue to watch and support us and as the NLEX Road Warriors, and we move forward through the conference. So appreciate your support and hope for your continued.
Thanks a lot, Sean. And Kris?
Yeah, I just want to say hi to all the PBA fans out there and all the NLEX fans. And, we asked you to come out and support us. We're going to play hard. We're going to try and win and, do our best. And, thank you in advance. And, I hope to see you guys out there.
Well, thanks a lot, guys, again, for joining us on Playitright TV. And see you on the court.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Coach Frankie. Thanks, Sean.
Okay.
Thanks, Kris. Thanks, guys, for your time.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. The NLEX Road Warriors roaring to a 3-0 start. And, actually, when this show airs, it'll be on a Sunday, the day after they play Phoenix. So we don't know at the moment whether they'll win over Phoenix or not. But still, the 3-0 start is something to celebrate. And that's the reason why we brought the NLEX Road Warriors here on Playitright TV. And, well, you heard it straight from Coach Frankie Lim. The reason why they're winning, composure, and the guys are in shape. When the fourth quarter comes, those guys are ready to play. Kris Rosales and Sean Anthony, thank you for joining us, Coach Frankie. And, well, for all of you fans out there, for all of our viewers, thank you also for watching Playitright TV. We want to thank you. We want to also ask you to like, share, and subscribe Playitright TV. And we'll try to bring you all the best in sports right at your doorstep, so you can watch, you can see how they think, which is a great thing to be in a situation where we are able to talk to our athletes and our coaches. So thank you very much again, all our Playitright viewers. This is Kinito Hanson. Remember, always play it right.